Hello! I was just working on my webcomic, Journey of Faith, and then I thought I should let people know about some of the stuff that's available on my Patreon while I'm drawing here. So here is a video to tell you about my comic that I'm working on, and hopefully to introduce you to my Patreon and the kinds of perks and benefits that you could have if you were a member of my Patreon. So I am doing a webcomic called Journey of Faith. It is my maiden voyage webcomic, something very new and exciting and enjoyable for me. I've always really loved webcomics, and I have wanted to do one for a long time now, and so I'm finally doing it. It's pretty self-referential, but it's about a little girl named Kara who writes a story and presents this story to her family over supper. She is very proud of it. She wrote it based on a dream. Everything came super easily for her, and it's all perfect in her eyes. However, as she presents it to her family, her older sister Liesel has things to say about it that are not aligning with Kara's worldview of what her what her story is like. Liesel is very critical and very cynical about the success of creative endeavors for personal reasons. So as Kara tells the story to her family, and we get to see the story as it's happening, like these are characters in her story, it eventually has changes based on the input of her sister Liesel. So it's a story about art, and it's a story about writing for your audience, and like the audience's role in the success of a piece of art or a story or a poem or whatever, and how the way that a piece of art is received really changes what it is in the end. So that's kind of what I'm going for, and I'm also trying to make it a fun little adventure comic about the characters of Kara's story as well. So, one thing that I wanted to tell you about is that if you join my Patreon, you will be able to get updates whenever I update the comic and do a new page. I have 3 tiers available on my Patreon right now. The lowest tier, which is $5 a month, gets you early access to high-resolution pages, as opposed to the ones that I post on my website. The $8 a month one gets you those pages as well as some behind-the-scenes content. And the highest tier gets you all of that stuff. And also, you can submit a photo to be a background character in the comic, like these gals are. So if any of that piques your interest, please check it out and sign up for my Patreon. I'm really excited. So far in the story, it's all been in the real world with Kara talking about her story and everything, but now we're finally getting into her world that she created, the Journey of Faith world, and I'm getting to draw some of these really fun background characters living in Life City, as it's called. Kara's story is a bit of an allegory. So now that I've started drawing these background characters, that's what made me think I should really tell people that if they want to be in the comic as a side character, they should sign up for my Patreon, and I'll have some more ideas of the kinds of people that I can have in the story. So take a look, and I hope that I'll see you there, and that you will enjoy this narrative that I am creating. See you soon!